Today, in another hotly anticipated fifth gear world first, I will be challenging the Michael Schumacher and the Rubens Barrichello on a track they've got no chance.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because we're not talking about speed, we're talking about economy. This is the annual Eco Marathon, which is all about who can use the least amount of fuel. About 50 teams from around the world have brought along lightweight one-offs. And this effort by a French school is the record holder. It can do 10,705 miles to the gallon.
That means that you could drive the length of Britain for 30p. Now, this year, some of the teams reckon that the record is there for the taking. 12,000 mpg could be on the cards. Frankly, I'll just be happy beating Michael.
The man who's won more Grand Prix than anyone else thought it sounded like a bit of a giggle, so kindly choppered in to have a go. As soon as word got out he was on the premises, hordes of people gathered. His Ferrari F1 chum, Rubens Barrichello, was also in tow, but it has to be said, the crowd was only really interested in Michael. A startling reminder that winning 7 world championships means you can kiss goodbye to any privacy.
Right, so here's the challenge. Michael, Rubens and I will be driving for 1 lap each in this car. Not really, it's actually this one. And we're going to see who is the most economical. It is a slow-down showdown. Come on, boys, let's see what you're made of.
First up was Rubens. The more aerodynamic the design, the better the economy, hence the slightly unflattering recumbent driving position.
Bye.
The rules say everyone has to do 10 miles at an average speed of at least 15 miles per hour. The thin tyres keep rolling resistance to a minimum, so it only takes a tiny 75cc engine to get you moving. If you used a car like this, then your average annual fuel bill would be under a £5. And the performance was clearly blowing Rubens' mind. We'd have to wait for his economy figures though, because next up was Michael. If Shuey's F1 car was as frugal as this one, he could race for 3 seasons without pitting.
Can I drag myself?
It may only have been a bit of fun, but Michael approached the contest with characteristic attention to detail.
How quick I'm going now.
He also rather cunningly turned the engine off to coast down the hills. But then, the unthinkable happened.
Hello, my name's Jenny Goodman. I'm 26. I drive for Team Green, and today I overtook Michael Schumacher twice. It was pretty scary, actually, because I was a little bit worried that we might just crash and, that would be the end of his Grand Prix or something. And later on, he actually overtook me twice, which I'm trying not to advertise too much. And he did actually finish the lap in front of me, as he likes it best.
While the boffins worked out the boys' economy, it was my turn. I was desperate to win and sought some last-minute advice from Foxy engineer Michelle Hayward.
Now, Michelle, I'm slightly worried because I don't do economy.
No.
I need help. How do I do it?
Right, you know where you're normally on the throttle a lot?
Oh, yeah.
All right, OK, ease off the throttle a little bit. The idea here is that you keep the engine on for as short a period of time as you possibly can.
Yep.
All right, so now there's 4 main corners of the track.
Yep.
You can burn off down the initial straight, and the idea then is to turn the engine off completely and coast along as much as you can.
OK.
In a situation like this, every gram is critical. So a lightweight petrol engine is preferable to a heavy diesel one. And in theory, I'll only need a thimble full of fuel.
Oh, I can't believe this goes so against my grain. Every fibre in my body keeps telling me to put the throttle down. I really, 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 really want to beat Michael Schumacher, though. And do you know how seriously I'm taking it? I've even taken my shoes off to save weight. Okay. Oh, just listen to that fuel being glugged. Oh, it breaks my heart. You're having a laugh, aren't you? I'm being overtaken by a 12-year-old. Brilliant. Without an engine, I am useless. Yay! Michelle, are you doing it now?
The moment of truth. Time to brim the tank and see if I've been more economical than Schumacher and Barrichello.
It's out of your hands now, girl. Out your hands.
It would mean everything in the world for me to beat Michael Schumacher. You know that, don't you?
Oh. We're going to go and make the calculations.
Okay, boys. Oh no, I can't. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. You know, so before you write, you know I've got to beat Schumacher, yeah?
How much?
Okay, what's... Oh, we're going on the board? No, I can't even watch. Yeah. Oh! Oh, no. I'm like a Ferrari sandwich. I'm the filling in a Ferrari sandwich. I'm gutted.
Now, Michael may have beaten my miles per gallon figure, but frankly, our one-lap Shabies efforts were appalling compared to what other people were doing, although the weather on that day wasn't perfect enough for the record to be broken, and it still stands at 10,705 mpg. Anyway, after the break, more Schumacher stuff, plus the chance to win the car that he very kindly signed for us. Before the break, you saw me and Michael Schumacher in an economy challenge, which he won. Curse him.
Now, we couldn't let Michael Schumacher come all this way and not have a bit of a chinwag. He's allowed 10 minutes of TV PR in this country this year, and he's chosen to give it to us. This is when Vicki met Mickey.
Obviously, this was a privilege not to be squandered, so I was straight in with the difficult, hard-hitting questions on everyone's lips.
Do you prefer the Rolling Stones or the Beatles?
Beatles.
Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, my son loved that more.
Blondes or brunettes?
Obviously blondes.
Obviously. Wine or beer?
Depends the moment.
Rich or happy?
Happy.
And fifth gear or top gear?
Fifth gear. What do you think?
Brilliant.
Now, seeing as he was such a fan of the programme, we thought we'd ask him to sign this week's competition car.
On the along the dash would be mega. You have to go quite slowly, and if you do it quite nice and big, that would be brilliant.
Which just happens to be a Fiat Stilo Schumacher Special Edition. And now it's even more special.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Now, the thing about Shuey is that he doesn't do autographs. So getting him to sign our car before he left was a real coup. There are only 200 Stilo Schumacher Special Editions, and only ours is signed by the man himself. It has a 2.4-litre 5-cylinder engine and obviously comes in Ferrari red. This is the special GP version, which has ProDrive tuned suspension and 18-inch alloys. If you could find one in the shops, it would cost nearly 18 grand. But we reckon, having been sat in and signed by the most successful F1 driver of all times, makes it priceless.